Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah and today we are going to learn the knitted cast on. First, you have to work a slip knot. So now place the slip knot on your needle. This will count as your first stitch, but be careful to not pull it too tight. When you are pulling your slip knot too tight, it will be difficult to insert your needle later on. So now turn your work, and what I like to do is hold my yarn tail out of the way with my fingers like this. So now everything is set up and we can start working the knitted cast on. In case you did make your slip knot too tight, you also can insert your needle purlwise and loosen the slip knot a little bit. So now insert your needle knitwise into the slip knot and then when you're English style knitter you can throw your working yarn around the needle, but if you're like me, a continental knitter, wrap your yarn around your right needle and pull it through the stitch. Now gently pull up a big loop, tilt your right needle a little bit to the right, and then with your left needle insert it through the back of the loop and place it onto your left needle. Now you have worked one cast on stitch. So now we are going to continue this step. Insert your needle knitwise into the last stitch of your left needle. Wrap your working yarn around. Pull it through the stitch and pull up a big loop. Now tilt the needle a little bit to the right and place the loop onto your left needle like this. Now you have worked another cast on stitch. Now again, insert your needle into the last stitch of the left needle. Wrap your yarn around and pull it through the stitch. Pull up a big loop. Tilt the needle a little bit to the right and then place the loop onto your left needle like this. So this cast on is really easy to learn, especially for beginners, because it mimics the knit stitch. And if you are already familiar with the knit stitch, this cast on will feel really natural for you. So I will show you really quick on how it gets faster and how you can control your tension so that it's even. Leave your right hand needle in there. See, like this. Wrap your yarn around, pull up a big loop, place this loop back onto your needle, but don't slip the right needle out of this loop. Leave it in there, and when you are pulling the stitch tight, your knitting needle controls the tension so it won't get too tight or too loose, and this way you will have an even cast on or an even tension for your cast on. So another thing is that unlike the long tail cast on, this method eliminates the need to calculate the tail length beforehand, making it really easy for projects that require a large number of stitches. But if you want to learn an easy trick on how you never run out of yarn while using the long tail cast on, I made a pretty handy tutorial about this and I will link it in the description down below. So now when we look at our right side, we can already see these little V stitches here. And when we turn our work around, we have here already little purl bumps. You will also know if you're at the right side of your knitting project by looking at the yarn tail. If your yarn tail is at the left side, you are at the right side of your knitting project. Is your yarn tail at the right side, you are at the wrong side of your knitting project. When you are finished with casting on all your stitches, just start knitting your first row. There is no turning around, there's nothing. Just knit your first row. So that's already it for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your precious time with me. I wish you all the best. Stay healthy. Until next time. Bye.